Hello YouTubers, today we're going to talk about this John Paul Jones Comitia Americana medal right after this. So this is a pewter replica of the medal that was presented to John Paul Jones. It's one of several Comitia Americana medals that were approved by Congress and minted for certain heroes of the American Revolution. This was one of the last medals approved by Congress, and John Paul Jones is the only Navy officer to have gotten one of these medals. So, of course, the obverse shows a bust of John Paul Jones, and the reverse shows his ship, the Bahom Richard, and he encountered a ship called the HMS Serapis, and you'll see that his ship is lashed to that ship. So even though he was well outgunned, he attacked the Serapis. In the larger, so this is about 1.5 inches, modern restrike. The original would have been about 2.5 inches in diameter. You can get them in bronze. His was minted in gold, but in the larger original, you can see, there are like people in the water here. There's some other stuff floating around. There's a large hole blown into the side of his ship. It's smoking on fire. So of course, during this battle, the mast was blown off the Bahom Richard, and the opposing captain asked John Paul Jones if he intended to surrender, and that's when he said, "I've not yet begun to fight," which is kind of still a Navy motto. Of course, later in the battle, they would gain the upper hand, and even though his ship, the Bahom Richard, would sink, they captured the Serapis and all of his men that survived left on that ship. So, after the Revolution, John Paul Jones served in the Russian military for a while, Russian Navy, that is. He was an admiral, and then he kind of died unknown in France when he was about 45. And that would be kind of the end of his story. But in 1905, the ambassador to France had been searching for where John Paul Jones was buried and finally found him. And then in 1906, they brought his remains back to the United States and interred him here. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.